Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. This is your brother Bob from Bel Air, Maryland. It's good to be here. It's good to see our big brothers, brother Maddi. Good to see you. The past few weeks or months have been very hectic. I'm very, very, very honored. We are privileged to have you here, see you back strong and better than before. Brother Mike, always a pleasure having you with us. Your insights and everything is just phenomenal. I want to say welcome to my brothers, Vincent, Collins, and Oliver, and of course, Sister Mino, our technical director in the background. You are very, very invaluable to our organization. So thank you very much. It's good to see all of you. It's good to see everyone. Thank you for listening to us. We are the OTECH Pros. We come in every 2 weeks. We come here to ignite, inspire, and sometimes maybe educate. So today we have a strong panel that I hope we can inspire you or we can ignite something in you. And if there's anything for us to educate, we will do so. Yesterday was a great day in the United States. Yesterday was the independence. We celebrated the independence of the United States all over the country. There were fireworks. I couldn't sleep last night. There was fireworks all over Bel Air, Maryland. It's very great to be part of that culture. It was exactly 249 years ago when a few patriots, few American patriots, four of them came to mind when I was thinking about this. You have Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, John Hancock, and John Adams. When they gathered in Philadelphia, which is about 70 miles away from where I'm speaking to you, they gathered in Philadelphia 249 years ago and declared the independence. In that sacred creed that they wrote, some of the words which stands out, which is always in our remembrance. When they wrote and they said, we hold this truth to be self-evident that all men are created equal and that they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights. And that includes the right of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, you know. And with that, they separated from the British monarchy, they separated from the British government system of government, and they began the American experiment. Imperfect as this country may be, this is the greatest country on earth. And I say this with pride as an immigrant who've lived here for almost 35 years. This is the greatest country on earth. And within the next, not too long from now, we're about to see another great patriot coming up with something that we can parallel it to our independence. This time is your financial independence. That's how I see it. That's what I think our founder, Mr. Ash, is about to bring to the world. But this time, it's not just limited to the people of the United States. It's the peoples of the world. That's what our founder, Mr. Ash, is about to deploy a system that gives you, if you choose to, gives you the ability, if you choose to, come into this global system that is building, and then you can attain your own independence financially. You know, last week, our founder, Mr. Ash, rocked us. I mean, he rocked me when he came in the back office and he wrote those cryptic words. Winning, 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 winning. Oh, winning with the peace sign. I'm sure all of us, our imaginations went wild, you know. And then 2 days ago, he came again. He said, what was it? The spark of something new. That was the title of his message that he brought in 2 days ago. He said, something exciting is in the works. And in the days ahead, we are going to give you updates. And now he calls it old news. So remember, when you hear of old news, you know where you are going to. You know, old news is the new catchword. So go to old news. If you haven't seen that, go to old news and you see what our founder, Mr. Arch, wrote. So we should all stay focused on that old news because that's where our updates are going to be coming. That is from where we derive the topic that we say there's imminent victory and the next chapter. That is the clue that we got from what our founder, Mr. Ash, he wrote last week and a couple of days ago. You know, so you can take what our founder has written, look at it from any dimension, let your imagination go wild. I can tell you, you are probably correct. Whatever thoughts are in your head, our founder, Mr. Ash, is coming out with something that the world has never seen, we think. You know, it's my opinion, but I think it's good. It's true, you know. So what does this next chapter look like? Remember, we are just speculating. We are thinking based on what our father has been saying. My father has built some imaginations in my head. Me and Oliver will speak a lot. I mean, we can see the picture coming out gradually. So what do I think when I saw this? You know, number one, I think, you know, technically and structurally, we'll see a solid system. That's what our founder, Mr. Ash, is going to bring to us. A system that is technically and structurally solid. He told us that. You know, we see something that the world has never seen before. You know, I see something that our founder is going to be deploying something that is cutting edge. When you talk of operational optimization or excellence, something that constantly strives to do good things, to do things the right way, to do things better, do things in a way that you always strive for excellence. That is a kind of system that I think I found. When I say operational optimization or operational excellence, that's a kind of system based on what our founder has been telling us. We know that this thing is cutting edge. It's nothing that we've seen before. A system that constantly strives for excellence at all time, each transaction at a time. You know, we are going to see, I think, the beginning of the implementation of our founder's mission and vision, his business concept, and the business model that we'll be talking about. Everything is going to begin to gel, to come together as we move into this next phase. We need to let our founder take his time. He has told us to look, stay at all news. Make sure you go there every day. I go there like 4 or 5 times a day. Go check, because that is where our focus is. Our founder is going to be coming out any of these days to tell us the next move, the next steps, or the next updates, as he says here. So please, if you haven't gone back there to read what our founder Ash has said, please go back, read it for yourself, and always stay connected to that platform. I'm going to call on our brother Mike Ellis, who is here, who's graced us with his presence as always, to open up this discussion, and then we'll go to Brother Maddi and then the rest of the OTECH pros. So it's good to see you, Brother Mike. Please take it from here and tell us what's in your mind when you saw these words from us, winning, 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 and then the message that came out again a couple of days ago, telling us that, you know, we should just, the days ahead are pregnant. What jumped up to you?
Yeah, no, thanks, Bob. It's always a pleasure to come on with you all. I haven't been here for a while, so it's nice to come on and be able to chat with everybody. I love the one phrase that you just said, Bob. What is the new chapter going to look like? That's why everybody's here. What's it going to look like? I don't know, but I can give you a little insight that'll get you bouncing off the walls, really. I want to start with a hope and a dream, okay? For 6 years, Marty and I have been presenting a hope and a dream. And you know, that's not bad in itself, a hope and a dream. Everything that we do, it starts with an idea, with a dream, with the hopes that you can bring that into a reality. So a hope and a dream in itself, that's okay. But eventually, the hope and a dream has to become a reality or die. I can tell you, everybody here, I am done with a hope and a dream. You will not hear me talk about a hope and a dream after 6 years. Now, there was a point in time in that 6-year period where it wasn't a hope and a dream. Mr. Mufar actually did something. He came out with a product, and for about a 10-day period, it was awesome. I mean, it was beyond expectations. And we all know what happened with that. But moving forward, I will not talk about a hope and a dream. When you hear me come out and you hear me talk about what's coming, it's going to be because it is a reality. It is moving forward. It is working with everyone. When you hear me talk about it, that's what's happening, guys. Now, here's the caveat. It's what Mr. Mufar says, too. He's done with it. He's done with a hope and a dream. He doesn't talk about phase two. I don't know anything about phase two, but he's getting ready to, and that's what he said in the back office just a little bit ago. So hope and a dream, guys, get that out of the way. When we talk about phase two, when we talk about what Mr. Mufareh has, it's going to be because we know the reality of the situation. We know the reality of the day. And I believe we're going to be able to get very, very excited when Mr. Mufareh starts talking about that. It's going to be a really, really cool time. So how can I give you any insight into what's happening? I've got a little story for you. It's a really, really cool story. And if you you will understand when I'm done, believe me. And the story starts about 6, 7 years ago as Marty, Dan, and I came into to the business and started following Mr. Mufareh. I've been online for quite a while. I know a few of the big hitters, the influencers online. I know them personally. I see what they do. And about when Marty and Dan and I came on and we started engaging with Mr. Mufareh, these individuals started a business. Okay. It was a simple business. It was one niche, one product, and they decided they were going to get into this niche and sell that product. And over the course of 5 years, they took this business from 0 to $5 million. How do I know that? About a year and a half ago, they sold the business. What did they sell it for? $5 million. They put $5 million in their pocket. So they did very, very well. I know what they do. I know how they do it. I know when they do it. I know everything about their business. It's a little different than ours because they're focused on one product. That's what they market. So there's a little tweaking between what we do and what they do. But I know what they do. It's not a big deal. And as Marty, Dan, and I were going with Mr. Mufareh, these individuals, I'd hear from people and they'd say, you know, Mike, what are you doing? Why are you still there? Why are you still doing what you're doing? I mean, you know what you're doing, but you're not making any money. You're not making a dime. Why in God's name would you do? They literally, they thought I was insane. Doesn't end there. They sold that business. They started another business, another niche. First niche was fairly small, but they did a good job with it. The second niche was a bigger niche, a more competition. But in the course of 2.5, 3 years, they took that one business to guess what? And this must be the magic number for them, $5 million. So in the course of time that Marty, Dan, and I have been doing what we've been doing with Mr. Mufareh, they've taken two businesses to a value of $10 million. Guys, that's not chicken feed. And again, they come back at me, they see what we're doing, and they just shake their head. Mike, you're crazy. What do you do? I know what they're doing. I know why they do it. I know everything about what they're doing. And they say I'm crazy. I don't really talk to them anymore because they don't understand the philosophy that Marty, Dan, and I have captured with Mr. Mufareh. And it's not just about the money. We know we can go out there and make money. That's not difficult. All of us here have made money throughout our lives. We can take care of ourselves, but we're here because it's something greater than us. And what Mr. Mufareh is giving us, he's giving us the ability to change lives. You know, when I talk to these influencers online, do they change lives? Yeah, in a very, very minimal way. They sell a product, people come in, they use the products, they're good products, but does it really change their life? Does it change their core life? Does it give them that freedom? And it doesn't. It doesn't give them any of that. And when I think about what Mr. Mufareh is doing, when I think about the vision, when I think about everything that he's putting together, that's why I'm here. I'm going to have the ability to change one life in profound ways. You can't say that with other businesses. It just doesn't exist. And then what I believe is coming, and again, we're not going to talk about phase two. I don't know what's in phase two. Mr. Mufareh will do that. But I believe with what's coming, it gives us the opportunity to do things on our own we could never do, ever, ever, ever. And then as that grows and we come together as a group, then there are other things that we're going to be able to do as a group that couldn't be done without this whole family. So as you think about what's happening today, I will never talk about a hope and a dream again. The next time you hear me talk about what Mr. Mufara is presenting to the world, it's because it'll be real, it'll be working, and the future is going to look terrific, in my opinion. So I just wanted to put that out there. When you think about these influence builders, and and my response to Mr. Mufara initially was, this isn't fair. It's taken me 15 years to learn how to do what I can do. I want to go out and do it and make some money. And Mr. Mufara comes on, well, that's nice, Mike, but I think everybody's going to be able to do that. I said, what do you mean everybody's going to be able to do it? It took me 15 years. People are going to be able to come in a few months to be able to do what I do. I thought, well, man, this is really, really unfair. And of course, that's facetious. That's why we're here. We want to change lives. So understand what's happening. Understand what Mr. Mufara is going to be bringing to the table. Think about those influence builders, what they do, and then perhaps you having the ability to do exactly what they do without learning that skill set. Really, really some cool stuff. Bob, I'll hand it back over to you. That'll get the conversation rocking and rolling, but we're in a really good place. We really are.
Absolutely, Mike. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brother Mike. And yes, no more hope and a dream. It's now all about reality. That is our anticipation as we move in the next phase. And you said the other one thing that you talked about your friends who are influencers. Yes, they have done what they've done, but just wait and see. Let's just wait and see when Mr. Ash opens that floodgate. Let's see what's going to happen. You said one thing that actually really captured me: their ability to change lives. I wrote down when you said that. I said Pool and Ash. We're going to do what I call, we have a link with Oliver and myself and a few other people that we say pull and ash. You know what to pull and ash means? To pull and ash is to do something to someone. There's a precondition anyways. You never met this person before. You will possibly never see them before, but you do or give them something that changes their lives forever, and they never, ever, ever forget to think about you. That's called pull and ash. And that's what Ash Mufara is about to do for us, to give us that ability. Brother Maddi, welcome back, sir. Welcome to your young brothers, the OTECH pros. It's very exciting for us seeing you here and having you contribute as you've done so throughout the years, bro. So let you tell us what's in your mind when you see our founder, Mr. Ash, wrote that winning, and the message that came up, and then we're looking at what's coming up next. How do you feel? What's your reaction to that, bro?
Well, I think I'm always into, I hope everybody sees at least what I see. Right. I don't have a waiver of whether he did that post or he didn't, but when he did, and if you really look at it, he says, while we can't share the full details just yet, in the days to come, you will see for yourself that we will be bringing you, let me make sure I got that right, updates. We are confident you will want to see it. Keep checking back here at the O News for the latest. The story is not over. In fact, it's just begun. Like Mike said, there's no way I can match Mike today. He was hot to trot. But we did. We built hope and a dream. And that's marketing 101. If you can pull somebody's heartstrings, and we meant it, though. We meant when we were doing it that we believed 100% this is something that is bigger than ourselves, and you can help each other. Example, before we came into ONPASSIVE, I knew I could help 3 people. And the 3 people knew they could help 3, and that's what we did. I knew from my efforts, I can help Mike and Dan. With Mike's efforts, he can help me and Dan. And with Dan, he can help me and Mike, all 3 of us. But that's really how far it went. And it was a rude awakening to find out, even as we're building a team, we're doing the stuff, and we're thinking, I don't know what made me think that it would be different because, well, it's Marty, Mike, and Dan. We could do it a little different. It's not. Ash found the same thing. People can't duplicate what you're doing. You can't bring them with you, really. But when you have a system, look, I'm not gonna try to tell you where we're going, but let me tell you what I do know. This is on my 7th year in this company. I know this. Ash Mupar, the CEO from Orlando, Florida, main goal from the very beginning, the day I listened to him and talked to him in a chat in Skype with Mike and Dan, I felt that his main thing was to uplift humanity and build something where everyone can win. No joke. And I remember going to these different businesses going, it's kind of rigged against everybody. You find yourself lying to people. Oh, no, you're doing a good job, Bobby. Bobby's not doing squat. Bobby's in trouble. Bobby's not going to be able to pay his next month's auto ship and he's going to quit. And the same list you ask your family to build is the same list you use to get them. So the list only gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. The last guy didn't have a chance to build a list. Most of the people he knows, it just got dumb. It's really dumb. And I fell into it. Mike fell into it. Dan fell into it. And we always thought it could be different. Now, as we went, we always had our goal was we get really going and become successful. We'll help others. No doubt about it. We never, now think about this, in 15 years, never had one business in 15 years that lasted long enough to build an income and help others. Not one. So when I hear people say, well, it's not ready and this happened, we know this unless you're completely out of tune. And if you are, you'll never know it. It was very transparent with Mr. Mupar from the very beginning. Every step he took. My opinion, too transparent. Because the people that are nasty, they were nasty anyway, even with the facts. The people that are nasty and say, I don't know anything, the same people that are nasty when they thought they knew everything. So all that doesn't matter. The point we know for a fact, there's a gentleman somewhere in Orlando, Florida, spending unbelievable time, sacrifice with family, money I can't even imagine, building a business so that us here on the screen, people watching this show, people that will be watching this show, you have for the first time in your life to be part of something that could change your life and everyone that listens to you and wants to be involved. Will everybody listen? Nope. That's okay. Will everybody understand? No, they don't now. It's just the way it is. But I know what? These gentlemen here, they understand. And Minnow, they understand. You couldn't shoot them off with a gun. They're not going nowhere. And why? Because it's deep inside. They know, oh my gosh, I have the golden ticket. They're living the Willy Wonka dream. They got the ticket to get the candy bar. They know they do. You go to people that don't believe, it's like trying to get them to believe something they never believed anyway. So just don't do it. They will believe fact. And the facts will be whatever this blossoms into, lives will be changed. Yours and everybody you touch. If you do it right, everybody you touch using what is being done for us, use that. Every life you touch will never be the same. And if you show them the same thing, boom. A few days ago, I want to admit something. I was making promo videos. And Ash contacted me and said, stop. And he's right. He said, we'll have everything everybody needs. And I was insinuating where we're going. I don't know. So it was getting the cart ahead of the horse. I understood. I said, no, I got it. Stop, shut everything down, boom. Let's wait, because you're going to have, once we know, knock, knock, come in. This is what I have for you, whatever it is. We're going to get together. We're all going to help each other. You want to run, you can run. Listen to me. This fat butt that was in hell for 8 weeks, I'm running. I want to get this done. I want to get this out in the open. I want to be able to look back 20 years from now, God, if God has mercy on me, I lived that long, to look back and talk to people like Collins and Bob and Vincent and Oliver and Mike and Minu and Dan and say, guys, we had a small part of that. We had a small part of that. And there are people that die with billions. And you know what they feel? Empty. Because what they were looking for, in my opinion, first was God, heaven, and Jesus. But the second thing is meaning something. You hear the two most important days are the days you're born and the day you find out why you were born. If you go through life and say, well, I'm just a number, I'm going to live my 20-mile radius, I might live 85, 90 years, and I'm going to die. Your wish will come true. Most people's wishes come true. That's why all these treasures are built in cemeteries. People that never lived their dream, never did any more than what they thought they could. This is a platform where we're going to be able to do whatever you want to do 100% and some, and share that with others. I don't know about you, but I can't wait to see that young lady or that young woman in Africa who has struggled for every generation she could ever remember to now go outside and know that she's part of building that well that's run off of solar, or build a little school, that she was part of that. And you magnify that across the world, are we going to change every little problem? No. We're not going to change anything if we don't do it. And Ash is already starting to run. He's got the torch. All we got to do is follow him. And we wait and see what he says. The worst thing is to assume where he's going or why he's going or what he's doing and why he's doing it. We don't know, but we will. It sounds like we're going to know soon. So keep going, keep following people that tell you the truth. And even if the truth isn't real clear right at this time, remember it's for our own protection. Transparency didn't help us in the past. It hurt us. We talked about people and build up people that didn't deserve to be built up. We pointed at people like they were bigger and better than they were. And some of those very people beat us down like a robber. Anyway, that's all I have. I'll turn it back over to Bob.
Beautiful, Brother Maddi. Thank you so much. Yes, my take. The main things that you said, Brother Maddi. Ash's main thing is to uplift humanity. And that's why you, Mike, and Dan, I go back to the three of you because we've heard your stories several times. The reason why you guys are here is because of the inability to carry along the people that you work with, you know. Brother Mike, I'll go back to you again. Earlier you said about your two friends who are influencers who made maybe 10 million in the past 6 years. The question is, how about the people that they brought along? Did they make anything? And I'm sure that's why we find you here, because we have a system and an opportunity where Ash Mufara is creating something that everyone who comes in will have at least the possibility of succeeding. You know, Maddi also said, every life you touch will never be the same. Yes, pull an ash. All of us, we're going to be pulling an ash. We're going to actually have a competition on, did you pull an ash today? Which life did you impact today? And it's going to have a ripple effect across the world. Let me go to my brother now in the UK, Vincent. What is your reaction when you saw our founder wrote what he wrote in our back office, in our own news the past week and a couple of days ago? What's your projection, just in general terms?
Okay,
Over
yeah.
to you, bro.
Thank you, my brother Bob. Also, thanks Mark Ellis and also uh, Maddi for the great job. And then I know there's it's nice to listen to them. I wish even they can speak maybe 2-3 hours. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you also Bob, Oliver and Collins to be here this afternoon. So today, Bob is, when I wake up in the morning and then I check my WhatsApp message. I saw message that, oh, check your message. This is, then someone said, this is what is going on. I said, okay. Then I was standing in the kitchen for a coffee. So I check, and then immediately from my phone, I check by OES, I connect to it, and then I check. I say, oh, that's good. That's great. So, well, I was laughing. My wife was sitting also other side of the kitchen. Then what's going on? I say, yeah. Well, I'm happy because I know Mr. Ash is doing a great job. He's working hard. So, seeing this message, I know something is working behind. He's working behind. He's working the scene. You know, in IT, those we are sitting in the front. They say the front line. When you are seeing there, you see only when you go to your computer, you go to the internet, you see only the front end. What people are pushing there, but the back end, there are some people sitting, the engineer sitting in the back end, and then they are doing a great job. So when you go to the website, you see everything, you're happy, but you don't know that there are some guys sitting behind. They call them also back end. They are doing the job. So that's all the same thing I have. I say, oh, Mr. Ashes is in the back end, is doing the job. So we are the front end. We see only the information, but we don't know what is going on in the back end. So that's why I say in IT is the back end. So it's working the back end. So I was happy for that, as well happy for the good that is doing, because putting winning, something that is working hard, and then something good is coming, something good is in our way. So this is all my thinking, and then I was happy. So I didn't say anything else, and then but I know is doing something and then is working hard as well. So getting this kind of work, it means a lot for me, because it means that something good is coming and something is on your way. So this is wonderful to hear that, and then wonderful news. And so then I was saying also at the same time, one of our sister in the company also called me from Ireland. I saw Brother Vince. This is the information that I saw. Is it true? I say, yes, we have only thing I'll tell you to do. We have keep praying for our CEO, and then for this great guy that they are working also in the back end, the great job that they are doing. So God give them also the energy and then also the power to continue do the great job, so that one morning again, like the way you are calling me, you call me again, and then with grace and then happiness, and then more, it will be more than what you are doing today. So this is what that's the time that we should do. We should pray for him, and then we should all come together. We have a be one person behind him, and then you see that good things also will come in our way and then our door. So this is not the end yet. So we need a lot to, there's a lot to do, a lot to go from our side. Even when you if you can't do anything in our daily prayer, like what we go to our room to pray or what to do, we need also always to remind our leader, always to pray for him. So God gives him windows, wisdom, and also the intelligence, and then also the energy for him to continue to do the job. He need that, because this is what that stage that Mr. Ash is now. He need us also always in his prayer. We also to pray for him as well, so that he knows that we got full support for what he's doing, that people are behind him, and then they know people are happy for what I'm doing. So this is the time that is a reflection time. For me, it's a reflection time. It's a time also to also thank also for what is coming, and then pray that what is coming is big, and then that big thing that Mr. Ash is preparing come to pass. and then we'll all enjoy it. So this is my prayer. Honestly, this is coming from me, not from anyone. This is always what I say. So when anything news come to the system that I see it, the first thing come to my mind, I have to pray for our CEO, and then God give him more vision, more wisdom, and then he deliver what he's doing. So this is what he need, because he need that so that I can get more energy to deliver it. So at the moment, I'm not saying that we should not enjoy it, but that's what we're doing. This is my coming from me personally. That's what I think. And then I believe you need that. You need that. You need our support. Even though we are happy, and then we are positive also, because we should not have a negative mind. We should have also positive mind, because positive mind also will have a positive impact in our life and anything. Like my brother Bob was saying, keep saying, is doing uplifting humanity. And then it's true. Because when this thing comes into life, this is what it's going to do. So it's going to affect all of us. And then when I say affect, is a positive impact in our life, in our family members, everyone. So this is the time to reflect and then pray for him, because he need that. Then also, let's forget about the negative thing, have a positive mindset and pray for the positivity, pray for the good thing that you see in the dream, that there's something big is coming, and then that big thing come, and then big thing realize, then we'll be all happy. So that Mr. Ash dream to lift humanity come to pass. Okay, thank you, Brother Bob. Yeah.
Thank you so much, my brother Vincent. That was very, very soothing to hear. You know, as a technician, you are telling us that when you see these messages, you just know that something, you are happy because something is happening in the background, and that's true. We all, the way you see Mr. Ashes, those words, they are very powerful words. Just saying winning, 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 it's very powerful. Your imagination can make you run wild, but it means that something is happening. Thank you for bringing that up to light. You said something to that is what I want to highlight as well. You had a call from someone for Ireland asking you if what they saw in our OES, which is equals to O News now, is true. Perfect. That is where you get your information from. Nowhere else. Please don't send us messages. People are sending us all kinds of messages that, oh, is this true or is that true? What I do is I just reply. Did you see? Have you seen Mr. Ash write that in the OES or O News? No, okay, it's not true. So that is what my brother has just highlighted. When you go, you hear anything, this is where you go. And our founder has told us that here is where the updates are going to be coming from, you know. And then you also said it's not the end. And then I just reflected and went back to see what our founder wrote yesterday. The story is not over. In fact, it's just the beginning. Thank you so much, my brother. Let's go to hear what Collins has to tell us. Collins, let's hear your take. When you see all this, I know your mind, you're a man whose mind is always working over time. So what can you bring to us? Let's hear from you, please.
Oh, thank you, my brother Bob. Thank you for hosting us. I just want to greet all my brothers, OTECH Pro. And Mike Ellis is here. Maddi Digamo. Mino, is our technician behind the scene. We appreciate you, Mino. And we just want to, recognize the Independence Day. The Americans celebrate. It's a great country. And people always, all of us, the whole world is looking up to them. We cannot reject the fact that they are the most powerful country in the planet. And everyone always said, you know what? This is the country, the beacon of hope. So we want to celebrate them as well across the globe. And Ash put that message at the right time, the 4th of July, which is, it marks the Independence Day. He looked at the sacrifices, those who sacrificed for the independence of America. Like Bob already said it, I don't want to go back to what Bob said, which was really good. But what really touches my heart, it is not the part of, the victory and all of those bits, and I just want to read it. I took that part and I slept with it over and over, like Bob said. He said, may we all be reminded that great and wonderful things can often arise from difficult challenges. So it took us back, from our journey in ONPASSIVE. The journey has never been a smooth ride. Even when America had their independence, it wasn't a smooth ride. People sacrifices blood and sweat to build that great country. Nothing they will ever give you on a silver platter. If you ask all the tech giants, You know, they never even, it's like they failed so many times. You know, we're talking about Thomas Edison, who failed 1,000 times. He said, I found 1,000 ways of creating a light bulb. He never refused fail. He never said, oh, I will not fail. Those who always say, yes, I failed and give up, they are the biggest losers. But visionaries never accept failure as an option, like Bob said. They never accept option. Failure is not an option for them because they are created for a specific purpose. We can go look at Martin Luther King, never give up. Look at Nelson Mandela. He decided to go to prison. Look at those who fight for the independent. Just imagine if all of these people we are talking about gave up, where would our world be today? We are talking about the likes of Mr. Ash Mufara. Among that category, those who are visionary never turn their back in something that God has placed in their heart. If this is the only thing they can do to uplift humanity, they will do it. Our journey in this company, you know, goes beyond technology. Just that I was reflecting on this. It goes beyond technology. It's about uplifting humanity. Ash want to use the process of technology to reach out to those who are struggling. It's not only about what they will benefit. Even freedom of technology is benefit. Today I was talking to Oliver's brother. Divine called me. We had a chat. And Vincent is in that bank. I quoted. I said, Divine, do you know that when I was banking with Lloyd took me a lot of money, charges. I changed to Nationwide. Even Vincent is in Nationwide. I went there because they provide me the same services for affordable price. I never went there for money. I just want affordability. You know, travel insurance, worldwide, everything. The other bank was charging me a lot. And I said, I went there. I was telling Divine today, before I even came to this webinar, he said, what? And I said, not only that, they give me 50 pounds or 100 pounds for thank you. Who will ever do that? This is exactly where Ash is taking us to. Not only will you get a value of a futuristic technology, but they will give you thank you for being with us. You know, the money side was not the problem for me, but I want something that will give me the satisfaction that I want. But these people, they surprised me and I was shocked. Every year, thank you. 100 pounds, 50 pounds. Vincent knows the truth. Vincent is there. Vincent gets it as well. They distribute 1 billion. We're talking about 1 billion to all their customers in the United Kingdom. Where will you get that? When I sat and I was thinking about this, I was thinking about Mr. Ash Mufara, that he wants to provide a system that will benefit mankind. It goes beyond technology. It goes, you know, with lifting, like Bob said, lifting humanity. Give food to those who are struggling, you know, water to those who are thirsty, because this is his vision, his dream. People choose specific people for specific purpose. And I look at it last time, church, we were talking, and I told him, I said, the preacher said something, it hit me. He said, God is not looking for those who will be victorious. He is looking for those who will finish it. God is looking for finisher. He doesn't want you to be first. Can you cross that line? Let me hold you behind so that you can finish it. He is not looking for those, you say, oh, I'll finish, I come number one. No, he is looking for those who will finish it. Like Paul said, I have fought a good fight. I've done what? I've finished the race. He's never said I've won the race. I have finished the race. Now what awaits me is the crown that the righteous God will give me. Jesus died. He said, Father, it is finished. He said, Jesus never said it is war. I've won it. It is finished. God wants all of us to finish it, and Mr. Ash Mufara will finish it. He is not looking to become victorious. Although our topic is imminent victory, but you know, he wants to finish it so that people will be blessed according to it. You know, and I look at a lot of things, but let me just conclude it by saying, you know what? They said, you know, the imminent victory is the transition from overcoming challenges to embrace new possibilities, turning page to the next chapter. So I will leave it there. Thank you, Brother Bob, for having me.
Beautiful, Collins. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Beautiful contributions. Visionaries never give up. That's Ash Mufare. And that is why, because of that, his intention, we always talk about his initial intention, which is accepted by the higher power. That's why this man has what I call infinite divine energy powered by infinite intelligence. You understand? There's nothing that surpasses him. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time. You know, you said talked about technology with value. Value is what matters to our founder, Mr. Ash. Value. Remember, you pay less, you get more. You do less, you earn more. What is the ultimate intention so that you can uplift, you can help someone with what the system gives you? That is how the system is designed. That's what it is designed to do. And then you ended by saying that God is looking for finishers. Thank you so much. Let's listen to Mr. We are fine. You have been telling us we are fine for the past, this is our 6th year. Oftentimes when we listen to Ash, I have to wait and go and talk to Oliver Ponte because he's an extraordinary analyst when it comes to analysis. And then he always ends up by reassuring us that we're fine for 6 years and counting. You have been doing that. Bro, what is your take now? I want to hear you. Now let the world hear you now, my brother Oliver. Over to you.
Yeah, I want to thank all my OTECH Pro brothers, Vincent, Collins, Bob, for anchoring the show, Maddi, our big bro, and my able Mike Ellis. You know, Mike Ellis is my backbone. When I want to analyze things, I call Mike and say, hey, Mike, we will brainstorm and brainstorm. Mike and I will talk back and forth. Mike will bring the marketing logic in things, and I also talk technology. We analyze things, and you know, I will go to bed. And you know, thank you very much, Mike, for picking my calls most of the time, and at times also call me back, and we try to put things, analyze things, and that's why it makes me to understand that word we are fine, we are fine. Coming to what Ash has been saying, in all news, winning, all winnings, you know, and then the last few days ago that he put it again. Oh my God. This makes us to understand where, if you don't know where we are today, and that we are lucky to be part of this journey. We were chosen, like Collins talk about God, we were chosen to be part of this journey. A journey that the digital transformation that is taking place around the world today, you know, our CEO is building a system. We keep talking about system. Yes. System Ash is giving us a system. System comes with processes. System comes with AI technology, and system, according to Ash, unlimited, cost, affordable. So this is the way I look at it, and this is the way I'm going to approach it. And that's why I'll say we are fine. We are fine all the time. Talk to Mike Ellis the other day. He fired me up, but he didn't know that he fired me up because Mike was telling me some things that my brain was pumping, you know. And when we look into system, let me give a simple example that we all know about system. When you plant a corn or peanut or a tree, it's growing underground. That is the system. That is the process that is going through. You want to wake up one day, that mango tree or orange start bearing fruit. It takes time, and that is the process that is going, and that is the system. Ash is giving us a system, not a business. The difference between the system and the business. System gives you legacy. System is automated. System will bring value to us on daily basis and year to come. Business is that when you have a business, it's not automated. It might be automated, but you have to work your brain every day, all the time, to make sure that, you know, it generates you income. But with a system that is automated, you sleep. According to how our Warren Buffett said, you sleep and you make money. It generates you money. That is what Ash has given us with a platter of gold, with nothing. We don't bear any risk. That is what Ash has given us. That is what he has given us, a system. We keep talking about system. I want us to understand that difference between system and business. Ash has given us a system that is going to build us our legacy. And that is also going to make us to be givers and to impact people's lives. So Ash has given us something that we didn't, he took all the risk. He put in his money, his time, his everything. We should thank God for him. We should keep praying for him. Like my brother Vincent said, we should keep praying for him because he's a God sent to come and impact humanity through us. But he can't do that by himself. He can't do that all by himself. And we should also understand that when I saw that text message the other day, it makes me to say that we should buckle up. I keep talking about long-term and short-term goals. When it comes, what are we going to do? We don't even know what is coming. We don't know. We don't know. We don't even know. And I like to be in this position that we are all suspended. Ash has suspended all of us. We are in that mode of suspend that we are anxious to wait to see what he is going to bring to us. You know, and he promised us one time that he's not going to disappoint us. And we know he's not going to disappoint us because he is a do or die guy. He is that kind of a do or die person. And not only that, we are part of this journey. How sweet can that be? That you are part of a journey. That you just sit and you just watch and you just listen. That's why, like all my brothers have said about positive mindset. Our mind is like a magnet, according to Jack Ma. Our mind is like a magnet. When you think about blessings, you get blessings. When you think about problems, you have problems. We should always cultivate that good mindset of always be positive in life and be optimistic. That's what Ash has talked to us, that we should prepare spiritually. We should prepare spiritually and have a positive mindset. I'll also add mine there physically also. Because now, where we are now, that we are in suspense, we don't know what is coming, but we know what is coming is big, and we are going to change people's lives. We are going to impact people's lives. He has built a system that is coming out that he's going to blow the world. You can come in there and socialize. You can come in there and make money. Big, small size company will come in, they'll cut down costs, and the world is going to be in a better place. Imagine that we all spend at least even it's $10 a day to help somebody like Ash, my brother Bob talked about pull an ash. So you imagine what the world is going to be in the next 5 years when we go to the market. I'm so pumped up. I'm so fired up. I'm so fired up that, in fact, that word when I keep saying we are fine is an understatement. Because Mike Ellis put a word the other time about 3 things: platform, longevity. That is what Ash is bringing. A platform and a system that is unlimited. A platform and a system that everybody can come in and, you know, then you think also about the longevity of the company. That is where our legacy, the value also kicks in, and we're going to use it, those resources, to change lives. I'm so fired up. Like Vincent said, I pray for him every day. I pray for the tech team, and I also pray for we, the founders, so that God should keep us, all of us there, to make Ash's dream. Ash should realize his dream by impacting people's lives. Thank you, bro, Bob. Taking from there.
Wow. Let's stay focused. We are fine. You said Ash is not going to disappoint us. He has looked us straight in the eyes, Mr. Ash, several times, and he has told us, I've known you, I know you and your stories. I will not let you down. Ash Father has said that in a variation of ways throughout the years. Believe you me, I believe him. He told us about the system and the business, the system that is given to us, my dear friends. is to ensure longevity, which you just said, longevity and sustainability. That's our legacy lasts forever. We're going to live this lifetime, die, go, and our children's children are going to reap what Arch Mufara has given us, the grace that he has given to us. You know, you told us to cultivate the mindset of positivity, which is true. Positivity should be something that we cultivate. It, like Dr. King said, it should not be an occasional act, it should be a constant attitude. We should constantly celebrate the little victories. Like when Mr. Ash comes and put this little notice in the back office, celebrate it. It's a little victory. Positivity should be a constant attitude to us, not an occasional act from time to time. You know. Let's hear from our brother Mike Ellis. One last round before we close, and then we'll go to Maddi, and then the OTECH pros will just give their final closing remark. So I've already reached the top of the hour. Brother Mike, after hearing everything that we've all said, I know you have something that you want to leave us with. Back to you.
Yeah, I do, Bob. Thank you for coming back to me. Excellent webinar. All of you have some great things to say, but I want to focus on a couple of things just very, very quickly, and it won't take long. Collins said some things that were extremely powerful. He talked about his banking, and he switched from one bank to another bank because of what the other bank did. It's fractional banking. That's what gave them the ability to do what they did. But what is it really? It's good marketing. Good marketing does so many things, you can't even believe it. If you can bring an individual in and change their life profoundly, and that's not what this banking system did, it just helped a little bit. But when you can change lives profoundly, they will never leave. What will we have? What do we have? We have good marketing. Don't miss that. It's a really, really big deal. And then Oliver, I love the conversations I have with Oliver when he calls or when I call him. I say things that I can't say in a live. We throw things around, and human nature doesn't change. I am an individual that speculates. It's just what I do. And when I talk to Oliver, we can talk about all these different things and how they're going to impact and what they're going to do. And the other day when I talked to Oliver, I think it was a day ago or 2 days ago, I had a wow moment, something I hadn't thought about that Oliver brought up. And I went, holy mackerel. I said, that's just unbelievable. And the OTECH pros, they have a really, really good insight as to what it costs to do what Mr. Mufara is doing. And I had thought about that, but I really didn't give it much thought until I listened to Oliver. And he went on what this stuff cost. And I went, holy mackerel. It's just not a question of what Mr. Mufara is doing. It's what he's putting on the line. And Mr. Mufara is a very, very bright individual. He's not doing this for his health, period. He understands what he's doing. He understands what he's into, and he knows he can pull this off. The amount of money that's being spent just blew me away. I know the other side of the equation. I know the marketing. I know digital transformation. I know the money that's involved in what will be coming in. That will blow you away too. But when Oliver talked about it and the amount of money that Mr. Mufara is spending, believe me, guys, be confident. You don't do this unless you know you're going to get it done, period. You don't do this unless you know you're going to get it done, and he will get it done. Get ready. Things are coming. Again, when I come out and start talking about what Mr. Mufara is doing, it's because I've heard it from the horse's mouth. He's going to tell us, and then I can get crazy with everybody. That'll be a fun time. Go ahead, Bob. Back to you.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Yes, I agree. The cost, if we know what our founder has spent from 2018, you will not believe it. So he's a man who is focused. He has his dream, his mission, and everything. And he had said that I'm going to do it or die, no matter how much it costs me. And he's here. He's here to stay. Maddi, anything that you have for us to take home?
Pretty hard to add. Pretty hard to add to all this, but I do want to say, and Mike just said it, Oliver said it, Collins, listen, we should be very confident that Ash is confident. He's the one putting the money in. He already knows. This is pretty cool. I want everybody to think about this. He already knows what he has and what he's doing is a winner. He's not guessing about it. He doesn't think it could happen. He already knows it's a winner. Really, I mean, that's powerful stuff. I mean, it's not like, oh, I hope this works out. It has to work out. He's learned everything from it. The worst that could happen happened. More bad things happen. And he learned from that and he kept going. And why would you keep putting more money in and more time? He already knows it's going to work. He already knows when it's time to pull that handle on that slot machine that it's going to hit the grand prize for many people. He already knows. He knows the odds. He already did it. He's built every avenue around of what's going to happen and different scenarios. And it's built in at this point that the day he says it's time or let's go or whatever, it's going to be a winner. And we're part of it. It's that simple. Anyway, thanks everybody. It's a great webinar.
Thank you, Brother Maddi. Good to see you as always. Yes, I agree with you. He has told us, Ash, he said, I see the other side. He knows exactly what's on the other side. I see the other side. I have the team. I've made my mistakes. My vision has been out there. There's nobody who can take it because it's something that is divine. It's divine. Let's hear from Brother Vincent. If you have any word, sentence, or phrase for us to take home as we wrap up.
Thank you, Brother Bob. So my word is we should keep praying for our leader so that more good thing come into our way. And then God give him also the right thing to do, the wisdom, the intelligence, and the power, especially also to be resilient as they always do. So thank you, Bob.
Brother Collins, any word, sentence, or phrase for us to take with us this week as we go?
Yeah, so thank you. I just want to thank all those who are watching and my brothers, OTECH pros here. You know, Mike Ellis, we appreciate you. Maddi Digamo, you're our big bro. And Mino, you are always with us. So the phrase which I want us to take is, let's look at the next chapter. I look at it in this way. It symbolizes forward movement, new goals, fresh stories, new phases of development. So no matter how difficult it is, that is what we are thinking about new chapter in development, in software development or in IT sector. We are looking at things moving forward. When you end one phase, you move to the next. So it symbolizes all of this. And this is what we should be happy because we are in a software development company. We should be happy that one end of a story is not the end. It takes us to the next level, take us to the next level. Somebody will argue and said, you know what? But we have not seen anything. No, it is part of the journey. It's part of the story. Whether things happen, but it still takes us because it will propel us. They said, if you don't fall hard, you will never know how to stand up and run, not even walk. So next phase is just about everything you can think of. So thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Collins. Thank you. Oliver, any word, sentence, or phrase for us to take home?
Yeah, again, I want to thank everybody to be here. Mino, thank you to be at the back end. Yeah, I just want to say we should be focused now. We should put our eyes every day on the old news, like our CEO said, you know, and we should be patient and we should have that mindset of a winner because now we are winners. Yeah, we are winners and we should be proud to be part of this journey that is going to change people's life and impact people's life. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'll end by quoting my own sister, Dr. Peckham. She's famous for saying that everything is exactly as it's supposed to be, guys. Everything is exactly as it's supposed to be. Let us move into this next chapter with full of optimism. There are better days ahead. Trust me, there are better days ahead. Let's stay focused on our own news. As our founder has said, that's where we look at our updates. That's our only trusted source of information. So please, I see Brother Matty's hand is up, so I'll just yield over to him before I close. Ramadi.
Yeah, I'd like to hear if Minu had anything to say.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Minu, I didn't know you wanted to speak. I thought you were coming to close us up. Okay.
I'd like to hear from her if she has anything. I don't mean to
Okay.
pressure you, Minu, but
Okay.
No,
All right.
thank you. I was enjoying listening to you. It's a privilege to be among you. Just remember, Heroes webinar tomorrow at 2:00 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mino. Thank you. And with that, that is us for the week, the OTECH Pros and roundtable with the founders around the world. It was great having our big brothers here, brothers Maddi and Mike. See you again in 2 weeks. With that, we'll say this is the end of our show, and thanks again.